BLOrk. The name isn't exactly melodious, but the Boulder Laptop Orchestra is keen on creating music that people want to listen to. The group, also known as the Electronic Music Ensemble at the University of Colorado Boulder, uses laptop computer software as an instrument. That technological aspect is combined with live music for its unique concerts.
Boulder Laptop Orchestra is an ensemble that explores acoustic and electronic music.
We're basically an improvisatory ensemble. We have lots of acoustic instruments. We do a lot of synthesis, programming of our own sounds and software, although we do use a lot of existing software packages.
BLOrk deals with traditional forms, but it also is a forum that allows us to explore integrating a lot of different kinds of technology into music making.
In terms of our repertoire, Miles Davis, Frank Zappa, John Cage even, and we've done ancient music, we've done folk music. We get together to make music, to express ourselves. People who are interested in doing things with their laptops, their tablets, and their phones. It's a wonderful experience for the students. It's a great experience seeing them grow as improvisers, as musicians, as composers, as programmers. So it's a really eclectic glob of people and electronics.
I've approached the laptop orchestra as a band to say, well, we have a clarinet player, we have a drummer, we have a bass player, we have somebody who's just playing a laptop making sounds, and another guy over there playing tapes and rattling buckets or something.
Some people build their own instruments. The more bizarre your instrument is, the more we want it.
One aspect that might be more challenging for a student coming into the ensemble is the amount of improvisation that we do.
We have so much freedom to kind of attack the music. We're trying to capture spirit, but bring our own texture and experimentation to it. And you have so many options, you really have to kind of decide what you want to do specifically. And it's pretty hard to kind of hone in on that.
Some come in who don't have any technological background. They haven't used computers in this way, or they haven't applied these kinds of effects to their instruments. So they're wanting to try this, but they're not quite sure how to try this. Then we have others who are very experienced in this, and they're showing us kind of what the latest deal is, and we're looking over their shoulder to see, oh, well, that's pretty cool.
I'm a music composition major. And I primarily focus on acoustic music, but I want to kind of break out of that shell and learn more about electronic music, and BLOrk is a really great way to get your feet wet in that and perform with it too.
I'm just really interested in progressive or experimental music. BLOrk is pretty much the only ensemble in the School of Music that's dedicated to that kind of new music.
It offers a lot more color spectrums than an orchestra might. I love the orchestra and like orchestral and classical Western instruments, and I will probably still write for them most of my life, but it opens up a different sound world when you know how to write for electronics as well, or even like mixing acoustic and electronic instruments.
The French horn and clarinet players, trumpet player, trombone player, they all go into microphones and their sounds get processed.
It's just really awesome, you know, to put my horn through effects, or sometimes to play around on the computer. And there's also people in the ensemble who all they do is make music on electronics, and it creates a really interesting sonic kind of texture. There's a lot of kind of trailblazer, kind of avant-garde brass players that do a lot of, I guess, extended techniques or squeals and stuff that you usually don't hear in the jazz idiom. So I think I've been able to kind of incorporate that a little bit in my playing for sure.
We're really trying to create a situation that models an acoustic kind of performance. You go to a concert and you see on the stage before you maybe a chamber group. The sound that's coming from those 5 musicians is from 5 different points in the concert hall, and your ears pick that up, and it has a certain kind of acoustic sound. If you go to a big concert, there might be 2 big speakers, one on the left and one on the right. And that's a different kind of sonic experience. In a BLOrk concert, there'll be a trumpet here, and then there'll be a speaker with a laptop here, and then there'll be a speaker with a keyboard here, and then there'll be a trumpet here. So you have this blending of acoustic and electronic music, and the sonic experience is like it would be with a traditional performance.
When you're dealing with electronics, you're dealing with a lot of engineering kinds of things, computer programming, working with filters.
And the opportunity is for us as musicians to be inspired by science, by nature, by research in ways that we might not have been able to before. The sciences are an enormous wealth of creativity, and learning about the creative process that the researcher, that the scientist might be going through, and how is that similar to the creative process for a composer or the creative process for a painter or a dancer. So what is the importance of art? It helps us keep in touch with our humanity.
Art represents a lot of like the human condition, and artists in terms of social change can really motivate people to like look at their world in a different way and through a different lens.
Music brings us together.
Combining disciplines adds to the power of trying to change the world.